Well, hello! Thank you, everyone who stopped by. It is Atari HMB here, and today we're going to be doing a live stream tonight. I don't even know if my microphone's up to date. Let's make sure that the quality is pretty good. There we go. I hope you can hear me a lot more now. Let's go! Okay. So, what's going on, everyone? It's been a little bit of a long time here. I haven't seen a couple of you guys in quite a bit. I'm just glad to see that everyone is still doing their thing. Glad to see that everyone is who can make it. Let's go ahead and go through a brief breakdown and introductory of like a couple of people who have managed to make it through here. I just want to say, share my gratitude with those individuals here, you know. So, let's see here. Okay. So, we have... Let's see, who do we have here? Who do we have here? Who do we have? Okay, we have Anime. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do appreciate that. And I'm glad to see that you were able to, hey, at least stop by. That really does mean a lot to us here in the stream today. Got a fruit fly in the room. Don't mind me. I'm just going to body him like Saitama bodied that mosquito. And... let's see, we got Random Citizen, The Dark Knight, Shakar Brown, Makara, HKH, Harvado. Thank you for stopping by in Stride. It has been a while indeed. Will you power scale some of the feats from Black Myth, some Wukong? I have not ever played it yet, so I cannot scale something I haven't played, but I wouldn't mind trying if it was possible. Hello, Zay. Welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm glad to see that, well, majority of our brothers and sisters here today are on the stream here, ready to see exactly what's going on. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. So first thing I want to start off with is we're going to just be doing like power scaling. So the real topic of the battle isn't even about whether effort matters or not. I really hope this music isn't too loud. Is the music loud? I don't think it is. Okay. But anyway, let's see. We got, let's go ahead and bring this up. Yeah, speed, battle, durability. No, we're not doing that. Right now, we're doing just general power scaling and calcs. We're going to be doing live stream calcs and kind of discussing the narrative about power scaling in general. We've done this many times before. I'm sure you guys are not unfamiliar with it. But it just goes to show, like, you know, the key essence it takes to actually power scale properly. It's not something that's super easy to do. All right, but let's see here. Hold on, my friend in him. Hold on, my friend. Let's make sure everyone is in the chat. All right, let's bring this chat over here. He's good, thank you. The game was fantastic. It would definitely be awesome to see Son Wukong versus Kratos. I could send some videos from the game's Feats too. Only a ton of statements. I would love to, but if I plan on playing it, I don't want to see too much. So I do understand where you're coming from, but I'm probably going to try to give it a shot and play it myself. You know, assuming we get the opportunity to. But for the time being, let's dive right in. So I want to understand a couple things. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of things when it comes to like understanding the applicable feats when it comes to power scaling. Like, so, you know, we see the main four on the thumbnail when it comes to power scaling. What are we going to learn today? Now, honestly, the stream is going to stop at 8 o'clock today. There will be a second stream tomorrow, but the stream today is going to be a short-lived stream. This is only part one of the power scaling. Because generally speaking, power scaling can be a relatively long discussion. Jagan King, yo, welcome. I don't know who Art Tar. Oh, okay, I like that. Art Tari, because I do art. I like that. That's creative. And as you guys can see, let's go ahead and take a look here. We got 12 viewers right now in the chat. All right, there we go. Now I'm getting warmed up here. All right, so let's jump right in. Like, so there hasn't been much of an update in the recent days. Let's see. What do we have here? Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, latest chapter. yeah, this is the last chapter since March. We haven't gotten anything after. So ever since then, we've been on hiatus for Dragon Ball Super. So we have nothing new coming to the board. We got My Hero Academia currently up and running. We got One Piece still going strong. Naruto, all 700 chapters. Of course, I gotta have these as my favorite. So as you guys may see, I have all 4 of those guys and my top dogs here. Don't get me wrong, I do have other series on here. So for those who are curious, I was trying to read a little bit of Boruto, but I have not really got caught up. We got Yu Yu Hakusho, of course. Hachimaru, I finished this up. That was really good. Anyway, I am interested in Jujutsu Kaisen, so I will actually try to give it a little bit of a look to try to see if I can scale things differently. I do want to say recently, for those who haven't been around in a while, I have been watching Full Metal Alchemist. I've been watching Hunter x Hunter, and as you guys may know, I've been doing a little bit more scaling on that. Mainly because I got to check out the series again, and there's like a lot of statements that people underlook and they don't respect. And I think Hunter x Hunter definitely is a very powerful series that definitely needs to be looked at a lot more closely. I think your problem is that people typically take a character from one series and then they think it's like an automatic W, and it's like, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Some of that stuff seems a little different. You know what I mean? So yeah. But let's take a look. Jujutsu Kaisen has a decentish story, really interesting art style. Hunter x Hunter is super underrated. I agree. Since Hiei damaged Mukuro with the Dragon of the Darkness Lane, does it scale him to a higher APR? AP. Mukuro was holding back. In the original manga, so I'll show you right here. In the original manga, the last chapter, what actually happened was, they actually talk about it. It's actually spoken of here. No, not here. Yeah, no. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Nope, nope, nope. This is the final pieces. Yeah. Master Makuro's power is only as intense as her state of mind. At such a Congeal tournament, her matches struck her as little more than exhibitional bouts. So in other words, Mukuro wasn't even trying. So the Hiei who fought Mukuro, she wasn't trying. So what actually happened was, Mukuro was in a bad mood, and he's like, "Oh, I'm bored. Fight me with your full strength. Patrolling's that tedious. I'm sick of it. Well, I find it loads of fun. Please go now, Hiei." And then after that, she brings up the slave trader, which is from her past, and of course talks about how Mukuro was mistreated as a slave, and then Mukuro got upset. He kept going images. So you cling to this one gentle act. His cruelty didn't drive you. It was your own doubt. How pitiful. Pissed her off, and then boom, hits Hiei once. Gets knocked out the building. Everything is, Master Mukuro, move along, but you want to die too. And they left. And these are like A classes. Hiei got sent flying, and he's like, "Look what the cat dragged in." And he's like, "I need you to find something for me." Ow. Mukuro hits like a nuke when she's riled. She did this. That was bad, yeah. Basically, yeah, the obvious thing was originally, it's like if she had fought like this in a tournament, she would have won it easily. But she literally didn't try the entire tournament, for those who don't know. But anyway, so no, Hiei doesn't scale to Mukuro. Mukuro is the strongest character in the Yu Yu Hakusho manga who is alive. The number one strongest. Number one. Cannot be disputed. She's way stronger than even Natsumi, yeah. And you could tell because I think even in her fight versus Natsumi, when Natsumi was damaged, battle damage here, the same Natsumi who one-shot Chu, 0 difficulty, Mukuro barely had any battle damage and was just, again. They were just getting started. So anyway, I will say though, I'm interested in how you interpret Bleach's scaling, since there's many ways you could go about it. It's hard to say which is definitive. I completely agree, Stride. So Bleach is one of those series where it's like, okay, we got the Muken, which is infinite. We have the Hueco Mundo, Soul Society, Living World. But when Yamamoto says he's going to destroy that, do we mean the entire universe that contains the Soul Society? Or do we mean the planet of surface wiping? You know, this begs to question a couple of other things when I'm starting to realize that the closer I look into the narrative, the more I'm starting to realize we need other contextualized feats to back it up, right? That makes sense, Jagan King. I'd have to see. Maybe they mixed that scene with part of the manga. But yeah, I do remember that. I do remember in the anime, though, Makuro still held back against Hiei. So even then, she still held back against Hiei narratively. Because if I show you guys the fight, you'll see she still held back against him. And she ripped the dragon in half. It was a little bit of a struggle, but she was trying to hold back. Because essentially, Hiei was, trying to push her to fight at full power. She still barely ever went full power. Yusuke is still the second, third strongest character in the series. Hiei is still relative to Yusuke to some degree, but not when Yusuke unlocked his new variant of sacred energy. The Yu Yu Hakusho equivalent of God Ki, I guess. But I get what you mean. That being said, Hiei and Yusuke would still be extremely powerful. So let's get started here. So, alright. So, yeah, like Bleach. If I were to talk about Bleach, like the problem with Bleach is the scaling gets really wonky. Because I think the problem with Bleach and even Naruto is, and Stride, you back me up on this. Everyone tries to think that every series scales the same. So let's get a clear picture and understanding here. Ichigo, like, when Recoome fought Vegeta, let me give you an example. When Piccolo fought Raditz, Piccolo threw a blast, and the blast didn't even hurt Raditz as much, right? So if we, let's go to my library real quick, okay? Let's go to my favorited series. Let's go to OG Dragon Ball. Let's go down and down and down and down. And then let's understand a couple things. The OG Dragon Ball, right when it became Dragon Ball Z, we go to chapter 1. What people need to realize is that when Raditz fought Piccolo, the thing that people forget is Piccolo was scared of how powerful he was. So Piccolo didn't hold back on this attack. Full power, and says a fine display of dust if such were your intention. So in other words, Raditz is like, did you just throw dust at me? He didn't put his guard up. He didn't put his guard up whatsoever. Completely tanked it into his body and face. Piccolo's in utter shock. My turn. May I show you real power now? And then he sees another great power level coming, and he assumes it's Goku. Impossible. I was petrified, paralyzed. So Piccolo was obviously terrified for his life there. Literally having an anxiety attack. And this is a Raditz who literally just stood there and took that attack. Bleach is the only sad thing about Bleach, besides using people like Kenpachi and Ichigo, heavy hitters. A lot of Bleach, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, even Yu Yu Hakusho, they really don't follow a lot of them do. Some characters do, but majority of characters don't follow the Dragon Ball formula, as in, hey, I'm hitting you with an attack that can blow up the moon. Whereas Piccolo is like, yo, this attack could blow up the whole mother freaking moon. And then Raditz is just like, okay, Good job. You managed to pick up dust from the ground. If that was your intention, I guess. Anyway, he was like, do you want to see what real power is? Piccolo's shaking out of his boots. So, you have to factor in that you're talking about a guy who later on blows up the moon with no difficulty, yet is shaking in his boots after fighting. Let's see here. What chapter is it? I think it's chapter 9. Nope, chapter 11. Yeah. These chapters are super short back in the day. So, when Gohan powers up, he blows away an alley. That's more than I imagine. Etc. Piccolo didn't think he was that strong. Let's go to the main nitty gritty. Okay, here we go. The night of the moon. Full moon. Gohan turns into Donkey Kong. And then after turning into Donkey Kong, Gohan goes on a rampage, creates a nuclear blast casually. Piccolo's like, yo, chill, bro. What's going on? Such destructive power at this rate. The Earth will be destroyed before the Saiyans arrive. In other words, Gohan you're talking about a planetary child. Now, people will say, oh, the child can't be planetary. Yes, he can. Because Andre had already pointed out that in the Jocko comic, it's already been stated they need planet-level attacks that could in order to kill off Saiyan infants. Most of the time. Anyway, Piccolo, be gone. Boom. Whole moon blows up. It's completely gone. And yeah, that's it. Whole moon blows up completely, evaporated. And then there's Gohan. Back to being a little kid. And pops the tail off. You get it. So Piccolo here wasn't even that far in his training. Still weaker than Raditz. And Raditz tanked that. So to give you guys an understanding is the whole bottom line is you got, and remember, Roshi could blow up the moon, Tao Pai Pai could blow up the moon by scaling, Tien Shenhan could blow up the moon, and Piccolo and Goku were at least twice as strong as all of them. So Piccolo blowing up the moon easily is accurate lore-wise, and the fact is, you're not going to run into a lot of characters. Like, for example, that's why I said Raditz would give Toneri a hard time, because under the circumstances, let me ask you guys this. You honestly think Toneri can sit there and pull the same feat? If you do, then extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, right? So that's why I always tell people, you got to look at the series itself. And like when Gon does Jajanken, it's a very powerful move, but it's not something, he doesn't dish out that much power in every punch. They even said it. Knuckle hits way harder than Gon for every punch. Even Palm hit harder than Killua when she was a Chimera Ant hybrid. And Killua hits hard as hell. Like, the average punch from Killua is stronger than Gon. That's been established. Killua still has an advantage over Gon in physical strength. Yet, despite having that much power, Palm is still slightly stronger. Anyway, I had a whole mental breakdown mid-fight. Bleach does it a bit from time. Agreed. Yep. What's good, Atari? Hope it's not too late. Nope, Readrap Gaming, welcome. Gohan headbutted and broke a dude who scaled above Moonbusters. Also, I think Vegeta was also stronger than his dad. If I remember serving, King Vegeta flipped his cape and nuked planets. Correct. Welcome, Moss. Thanks for showing up. Ugin. I don't know who Ugin is. I'm not sure who Ugin is. But I do know that overall, from what we've seen in the series, guys, boys and girls, dogs and cats, from what we've seen in the series, like, you're not going to run into Bleach characters who casually do this as often as in Dragon Ball. Now, this is just one shot of the manga, but in the anime, remember, King Vegeta blew up. We're going to talk about a couple things about the anime scaling of Goku. Shura fought Yomi and didn't do any damage while Yomi was holding back, while Hiei with the dragon actually damaged Makuro. Makuro exerted herself more. So shouldn't this place Hiei higher up? Oh yeah, absolutely, Jagan King. I'm not saying Hiei isn't stronger than Shura. Shura was 500,000. But Yomi and Makuro were in the million. Fit 1.5 mil. Yusuke was about to get knocked by, like when Yusuke powered up in battle and Hiei powered up in battle. Because remember, the Dragon of the Darkness Flame is a higher AP. So overall, I wouldn't be surprised if the Black Dragon at that power where Hiei was at, you know, he made Makuro have to try. It wasn't an easy task for, well, it wasn't super easy for Makuro, but it still was mid difficulty. Hiei's AP is insane, and Hiei got stronger when they went to the spirit world to stop the spirit defensive force. Alright, let's see. Can I send you an intro of the game? It does have like 2 feats in the game and help you with what the game said. The Dark Knight you can, but I might save it for tomorrow's stream just so I could focus in more. Because today's stream, we got 50 minutes left because we're going to stop at 8. So I want to definitely get in as much as I can with other content. But I would definitely be interested in showcasing it tomorrow's stream so you can have a little bit more time. Now, being that, so feel free to send it. Be that as it may, let's go over to the next segment here, guys. So we have, all right, Piccolo. So the problem is, all right, I'm gonna pull this up on a different screen. So we're gonna look at a GIF of King Vegeta, right? So we're gonna kind of get like a better understanding of what King Vegeta can and can't do. This. So this right here is important because it kind of gives us, it displays the idea of what King Vegeta can do. Now, a lot of people like to say that this feat is an outlier, but it matches up the narrative. Here's how it matches up the narrative. It matches up the narrative because we have this statement. One day, he accidentally created a terrible monster, a fearsome Majin named Buu. Okay. Alright, so as it says, in just a few years, hundreds of planets were wiped out. In the Japanese, he says planets and stars, or celestial bodies. Okay? So, if he destroyed that much, in that context, let's take a closer examination of exactly what Vegeta says in response to that.
Babe?
So, one moment. So, let's see what happens next. Alright, so we're gonna pull up the scan, because Vegeta says that's nothing, Saiyans can do the same thing. Or at least I can't find the scan, because for some reason it's being difficult to find. But Vegeta does say that, he says Saiyans can do the same thing. So Vegeta doesn't find it as a big deal. And Vegeta's not talking about his Saiyan, himself as a Saiyan, he's talking about Saiyans in general, which adds up to what King Vegeta had done. Now, this also makes sense because if you watch the Granola arc in the manga, your average Saiyan, let's take a look at what happens in that battle if we go to the manga chapter. So we're going to first we're going to go to the Dragon Ball Super manga chapter. We're going to take a look at Homie's past. Let's see here. Which one is it where we go to the past? Was it this one? I don't know if it was this chapter. Somebody might remember what chapter it was, but let's see. So, yeah. But yeah, this chapter goes into a couple things that we need to remember here. All right. Let's go to the previous chapter. And what we need to know is that when the previous chapter where we saw the past, when we saw the Cerealians fight, what people fail to realize is this isn't an outlier because supporting details and evidence backs up that Cerealians were designed to be that powerful. So, in other words, when we see this happen, we know that the Cerealians are one of the are strong enough. Let's see here in this flashback. So when the Cerealians are fighting them, right? This guy throws a blast, scratches him right in the eye because he caught him off guard, and we're talking great apes. And Cerealians are pretty strong. The moon, aim for the moon. Got you. Boom. This attack was designed to hit the moon. And it grazed him. It grazed him, went past him, blew up the moon completely. Bam. And the explosion was so big the shockwave was felt on the earth, and all of them reverted back to normal. A random Cerealian who's heavily battle damaged was able to do that. And then he says, "We got him now. Yeah, I wouldn't be sure. Sorry, pal, but we're plenty strong even without our great ape form." So even though they're 10 times weaker, strong enough anyway, one-shots this Cerealian guy. This dude one-shot and kills him with one shot. Come on, League. Let's mop up the rest and get out of here. So he was just irritated that he got scratched from that. So they literally did all of that. So anyway, the whole idea is that these guys, the Moonbusters, still get one-tapped. And that moon-busting attack from the yield should definitely be small planet in range. Now, how are we going to understand how... let's kind of get a better look at Planet Cereal, okay? Now, the Planet Cereal isn't the smallest, but it certainly isn't the largest. Let's kind of take a look. So as we can see, it has 2 celestial bodies. It has a moon. Kind of giving a better idea. The moon of its size, it's a pretty fair sized planet. So it's not uncommon to assume that it's the same size of Earth. But as you guys can see, they have a moon. It's relatively big. You can tell by the Roche limit of where the moon orbits. It's a pretty well-sized planet. So yeah, the planet's obviously still the size of a normal planet. You could tell by how many mountains they have. They have a vast mountain ranges, much more. It's a habitable planet, etc., etc. All right, so not bad. You use a lot of other background details to kind of tell yourself how big and durable the planet is. But ultimately, I think that's important as well, is to understand that this planet, has a pretty fair-sized moon. And the fact that they can blow it up casually shows that, yeah, these guys have small planetary AP, and Saiyans on average should have that level of power as well. So, yeah, that's what's important here. So if we know this, then King Vegeta blowing up multiple planets with the wave of hand is accurate. Now, if he could do that, then Saiyan Saga Vegeta, whose attack was so powerful, right? And I'm going to read the chat now because I've been absent from it. I sent you the video. Thank you, man. It was after the first time they fought Gas. It's chapter 83. The ability to make the shockwave be felt from the moon is definitely in the small planet range. Good job, Assert, man. I agree 100%. And I think what's important is when we look closely to what Vegeta did to the planet. Let me see here. Let's take a look at the original feat. So as you can see here, when the planet is blowing up, it's glowing. The core is disrupting. Vegeta did that with a finger. They're watching it like fireworks, point blank. The moon goes as part of it. Raditz, Nappa, I remember he said the moon too, and their moon too. Nice touch. So the fact is, they literally are able to completely destroy. He's literally able to completely destroy a planet with 2 fingers, no difficulty, including its moon. Which means his key energy created a gravitational binding effect and grabbed the moon. In addition to that, you can also dictate that due to the atmospheric thick. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't know how to do. They don't know how to planet scale. So planet scaling is also important. I'll show you what that is. So planet scaling also has to do with understanding the size of the planet. So the thing is, planet Arlia is actually so massive that it actually generates an atmosphere. So you know our planet Earth, if planet Earth was more than twice the size of what it is, our atmosphere would create a general thickness. So depending on size depends on atmosphere. The thickness of a planet's atmosphere depends on the planet's gravity and the temperature of the atmosphere. A planet with weaker gravity does not have a strong hold on the molecules, and that makes up its atmosphere as a planet with the stronger gravity. So based on this atmosphere being extremely, extremely thick, you can actually argue that this is a large planet. So I know a lot of people say, oh, how do you know that? Well, if you look at the rest of the episode and watch, their atmosphere is super thick. Because you can see through their sky, they don't generally have stars. So there's no sun in sight. And there probably is a star within their system, but there's not really a sun in sight that's that close to them. And they should still be able to have stars. Yet you don't ever see the stars. Crazy, right? And you could defer this from the images you get. So if we re-look at one of these images with the two, yep, you see that? So you could barely see the sun arrive from their atmosphere. Super thick pink clouds and everything. So if you want to use science to get into the nitty-gritty of things, because you could see their sun. I have it here. So you can see their sun here. If you want to get into the nitty-gritty of the science here, then you could argue that this planet is extremely thick atmosphere. So the planet's definitely bigger. It's definitely bigger than Earth by the nature of the planet itself. And given that the nature of the planet itself, what's crazy is they completely got evaporated just from Vegeta's blast touching the planet. So in an instant, the planet hit temperatures far higher than 100 millions of degrees Celsius, probably in the billions of degrees, almost 1 billion degrees Celsius, because everything immediately heated up into the planet within its core. So, in other words, it's crazy to think, but the Nappa and Vegeta were so strong. I mean, Vegeta specifically, that it only took him one finger to destroy the entire planet. That's a large planet. And based on the size of the explosion, they've already calculated it to be dwarf star level. So two-finger Vegeta is dwarf star level. So if you really want to get into it, Vegeta's Gallic gun was actually overdoing it for Earth. So he wouldn't just destroy the planet Earth. That technique would have been at least in the small star level or at least dwarf star level ranges. And you can't deny that because Vegeta was more than twice the power of King Vegeta. As we know, power levels, they rise exponentially. The power levels may stay linear, but the AP that increases are exponential. Hence why a human can be a power level of 5, but a person with a power level of 130 could blow up the moon. So the algorithm increases numerous. It seems like every time you add a 0, it goes further. If you want further evidence, the strength it takes to blow up a planet, if we truly examine the scan, right? It says, right? So when they tell us this, it says Frieza, Frieza in his second form, that has a power is so strong that his combat power is 1 million, and Piccolo is able to, I believe Piccolo superado esa canidad. So Piccolo is still able to fight against him, and they saying, if one has a power if one is strong enough with a power level of 10,000, they can destroy a planet. It's inconceivable of what you can do with a power level of 1 million. So planet level is only 10,000, and this isn't even inaccurate because King Vegeta multi-planet bust with this. So imagine if you had a power level of 1 million. I mean, you're already, and the thing is, like I've showed people before. When Goku powers up,
he's already a threat to the entire, like, he's already making the entire atmosphere in the solar system blow up. I think I've went over this before, but for people who still sleep on Namek Saga characters, not just the fact that Goku's standing there and they couldn't perceive him moving. We're going to use this to talk about their speed feats in just a moment, because the fact is Goku is so goddamn fast, he can outspeed the radar or the radio waves that scouters can send, despite the fact that they can get this stuff almost real time, and they're outside the galaxy, so you're talking millions of billions of times the speed of light. And then this part, just to kind of give people, so this part, for those who don't know, check this out. So as we can see, him powering up is having an effect on everything around him. And the thing is, Genyu is smiling this entire time. That's the planet. So the atmosphere and the gravity of the planet, well, not the gravity, but the atmosphere itself, including the energy from the planet, the key surrounding the planet, is having a chain reaction off of Goku just generating power. Outside of the star system, because Namek's surrounded by 3 suns, outside of that star system, Goku's generating power from another separate solar system. So this is ridiculous. See, Genyu is still smiling because he's not impressed. So Genyu, by virtue of his reaction, is capable of also causing nearby solar systems to react and quake, or atmospheric reactions off of this key energy alone. That's ridiculous. Now, of course, once his power generates to a certain level, then he gets shocked. He's like, oh, hold up. I didn't think it'd keep going. So, the thing is, this is why this is important. Because if King Vegeta can blow up multiple planets, Vegeta can blow up a large planet with a fingertip and can do much greater than that and scales to dwarf star level, that would tell us that by the time we get to someone like Kui, or by the time we get to someone like Raccoon should be a... I know people are going to flip when I say this, but Raccoon is a star level threat by virtue. And then by general proximity of what Goku and Ginyu is able to do, just because of how the power level algorithm works, once you hit 100k, you're likely in the solar system levels of ranges, generally speaking, which adds up. This makes sense, because remember, Goku causing this to happen to other planets, all of this makes sense. The reason why it makes sense is because, remember, 50% Frieza could blow up an entire galaxy. He's supposed to be a threat to the universe. There has to be a reason they kept saying threat to the universe. But if Frieza's galaxy level, yeah, then you can threaten the universe. If you could pop galaxies at 50% of your power, I would take it to you to be a threat to the observable universe, because that's insane. Because if you consider how inconceivably large a galaxy is, galaxy can hold hundreds of billions of stars itself, let alone. So when we look at it all together, right, it makes sense that power, based on the the transitive property of Dragon Ball, based on the early sagas and arcs, it makes sense that such characters can destroy that. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but Kaioken times 2 Goku in this arc is literally Kaioken times 2 Goku is so powerful. So powerful, because I forgot what happened. Something else happened. Yup. not knowing where to stop. And this is Kaioken times 2. And the thing is, when Ginyu has a mental breakdown, Goku says, that's nothing. That's nothing compared to what I could do with small bursts. Because Goku at this time could do a Kaioken times 10. So Goku could easily hit his power level to 900,000. Which is ridiculous. So in short bursts, Goku could literally become 10 times stronger. And by proxy, even Goku as Kaioken times 2, I would estimate him, based on the power level algorithm on how it works, I would estimate him to be roughly close to large. He would definitely be large star. He'd either be between super large star to low level, barely solar system tier. He'd be barely solar system, but he definitely would be up there. He would be so high. And I know people, oh, but that's not that. Like, okay. The dude's force and power alone could shake, it could go outside. See, it would make sense if it was in Namek solar system. No, his power was felt in generating key reaction waves on separate planets in separate solar systems. Get the heck out of here with that, bro. You're talking about at least a quarter light year away, and his power could still be felt within at least on a level where it's disrupting the atmosphere and causing planetary phenomena on other planets. This is him powering up. What people fail to realize is, guys, powering up for Dragon Ball is nothing compared to actually outputting your power. Because if you actually focuses that key energy into a single point or a Kamehameha wave, that's going to be like dozens of times stronger. So don't get it twisted. It still scales, it still scales. That's why I said Kaioken times 2 is definitely going to be probably low solar system, which is kind of ridiculous, but it starts to make sense. Because by the time we get into the 60 million for half Frieza, it's like, oh, no wonder he's galaxy level. You get what I mean? So, and the thing is, Vegeta's final crash that hit Raccoon, where Raccoon was like, hi. It's like, okay. So you're telling me an attack that can obliterate an entire star, or a small star, from Vegeta by transitive property, you're telling me that attack alone doesn't do, just makes Raccoon is smiling while standing in front of it. Ain't no way somebody's gonna hurt him. Like, for example, and this is like when I say, like, okay, if we use like Yamamoto, and we say like, okay, he can gather like the surface of the sun into the tip of his blade, it's like, okay, that's very powerful, but to what degree? You know what I mean? So there are a lot of factors that come with that. This is why I was saying, guys, Dragon Ball should not be used in mini versus battles. Reason why is due to the fact that the average human can't harness the key of their power level 5. That is also true. But that's also something that hasn't been further explained, sadly. Do you believe in universal plus Namek Frieza? No, I do not. I said observable universe. Mathematically, I'm using Calcs, statements, and mathematical, because Frieza can destroy the universe. Can just refers to potential. Okay? If you're a galaxy buster, right? So Jopo the Jojo, if you're a galaxy buster at 50% of your power, I would imagine that if you're at 100% and you're not damaged from a spirit bomb on top of that, and you have massive stamina like Frieza, I'm sure you could throw out 10 different trump cards on 10 different galaxies. I'm going to drop a boop. I'm going to drop a blast out the window there. Drive to the next one in like a minute or two. Next one there. So within an hour, you've infected about 50 something galaxies. And all 50 of them just blow the heck up and cause chain reactions that increase the explosion shrapnel because it's in a vacuum. So then it's like, yeah, you're going to be a threat. This dude, like, theoretically, like in an hour, he could probably destroy 100 galaxies. You know what I mean? Not all in one shot, but he'd have to drive one to another if he could pull that off, theoretically. So, yeah, of course he's going to be a threat to the universe, but only observable. How strong do you think a hypothetical Archie Sonic would be? You already have Archie Sonic at 10D to 11. I believe hyper would just make him 12th dimensional then, because the hyper would allow him to. The hyper, I'd have to go deeper. Hypersonic is hard to scale because he basically turns each Chaos Emerald into a Super Emerald. So he takes several infinities and throw them on himself, because one Chaos Emerald already warps reality and is infinite. So it's really hard to truly calc the multiplier. I don't even know. It's stronger than Supersonic. That's all we know. But Supersonic was intentionally supposed to be as strong can get. Hyper GT Goku from Dragon Ball Hyper Animations episode 2.5. Possibly Metheo. I'd have to watch it though. Could he beat Goku at that point? I would imagine you could argue he can. Yeah. He can. Archie Sonic beats Goku normally. If Goku is scaled to high end, then I think Goku wins in terms of the battle, but Archie Sonic can just remove oxygen from reality. Because he's a reality warper. So that's why Goku's glaring weakness is not gonna be really good. Can Raccoon erase space? Eraser gun? I don't know. I'd have to look further into what his eraser gun actually does. Ki energy itself kind of manipulates space, as we already know. So, there's a lot of things that happen with Ki energy. Remember Garlic Jr. versus Gohan prior? Yeah. So Ki already showed space manipulation as early as the Saiyan saga. So, by going off the Garlic Jr. situations that occurred, and the fact that Popo and Kami can use Popo and Kami could break through dimensional barriers in the Shinsenkai, and they're using Ki, the same force that Goku and the others use. So by that proxy, I would say that even Saiyan Saga Goku, if you apply the Shinsenkai calcs of Kami to Goku, Goku absolutely. So like, for example, if we were to say Mr. Popo versus Gojo, Mr. Popo could get through the Limitless. I don't see why Mr. Popo can't get through the Limitless with his spatial manipulation hacks. And I don't... Now, can Mr. Popo blow up a planet? Let's find out. Tree of Might states Popo's power level is 300. So he's moon level. I don't know. Gojo may have arguments. Gojo may have arguments to be planet level, but Mr. Popo's power level being 1030, yeah, that's small planet level. Because even Roshi is moon level plus almost small planet. So Mr. Popo by that calc is, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if he can even... I don't even know if I'd have to ask, but I don't even know if Gojo could overstimulate Mr. Popo's mind, since Mr. Popo is an assistant entity from a higher dimension. He doesn't operate or think like regular humans do. So I don't even know if he would overstimulate his mind with every stimuli as well. And yeah, I don't know if that would like be enough. Do people think Frieza surpassing Raccoon and Goldo can affect space, therefore universal? Well, no. That's no. Goldo just has crazy hacks. That's all. Musaga Mr. Popo could definitely blow up planet. Yeah, when he held Goten and Trunks against their will. That was, yeah, I know. I don't know why he's that strong. Maybe he's stronger because Dende? Maybe Dende is stronger than Kami in that sense, healing-wise. So because Dende has a high battle power, not battle power, but high healing power, maybe Popo, I don't know. We really don't know. King Kai is 3,500. That's insane.
Oh boy. Let's see here. So, another thing I want to bring up, though. Hunter x Hunter. I want to see a Jujutsu Kaisen versus Hunter x Hunter. And I want to have like a conversation about that. Because like Jujutsu Kaisen and Hunter x Hunter are going to be a little interesting to talk about. Because both series has crazy hacks. And so it would make the battle interesting. I would love to talk to Joker about that. I think the problem is that people think that Hunter x Hunter's weak. And I'm like, no, they're not. Far from it. They're far from weak. So let's take a look. So if we were to have like a battle against like Hunter x Hunter, so let me think of a battle. Let's think of like a quick versus battle. Hunter x Hunter. So a lot of people want to have like a Gon versus Deku type of fight, right? And we see like a bunch of different opinions. So I know that this is 7 years ago. This is irrelevant. Adult Gon or current Deku. Now, My Hero Academia is a little tough to scale. That's nice, a certain man, but I will say this. I don't know who that is. My thing is, with certain people scaling other series, I don't always agree. Because there's another YouTuber who power scales Hunter x Hunter. And people to this day still think Meruem one-shots Prime Netero. And I'm like, no. Dude, like, you guys literally have no idea how Hunter x Hunter scales. Or people think, oh, Hisoka would get one-tapped or no difficulty by Netero. I'm like, no, he wouldn't. Hisoka is literally a monster. But, like, that's what's going to happen. People really aren't understanding the series itself. Like, what Togashi is trying to do. My Hero Academia, the planet level at Wank? What? Why are they being scaled to that? Ugh. If I ever hear somebody scale them to that, I'm just gonna pull this picture up.
Yeah, like, I think My Hero Academia scales to, like, a planet level because, like, you have to understand that when you can shake the stratosphere and you can multiply that 60-fold, the concepts of the laws of physics will support the idea that a chain reaction that has been designated into the atmospheric refraction could cause planetary disruption. It's arguable that such a power could cause All Might to stop the Earth's rotation, which as a chain reaction could actually cause the planet to be very unstable, even down to the subduction zone, because you can't stop it from spinning on its axis out of nowhere. That level of power on the surface, if he punched the ground with that, he would cause such a commotion to the plates, of the tectonic plates in the planet, and he would obviously be able to destroy the entire planet. Like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You're just a bunch of dumb...
Shut up. Anyway, you get the point. Oh, you mean the, let's see. Where's the explosion? Are you talking about that one thing that him and Bakugo did? this feat. Let me see here. God dang it, why'd they cut it off? Ugh. Let me see that. I want to see how much power that blast had. God dang! Oh my gosh! Now, granted, that is, let's see here, to be able to take away all the cloud force in there, and there's typhoons in the background. Woo! God dang, these guys are scary. No worries, Stride. It's under fair use. That's very impressive. So, yeah, that's very impressive to be able to do that. Now, is this the feat people are saying is continental? Because it certainly as hell isn't. It's extremely impressive. What the hell?
Nightmare Geese and Shiny versus Fused Zamasu and Jiran.
Yo! Roz! Are you crazy? What the hell? Yo! Yo! Oh my gosh! Ah! Oh my gosh! What? Is Roz Mr. Beast? What the hell was that? Hey, yo! Roz! Oh my gosh. I heard the Zelda music and I'm like, nah, it ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Well, probably shouldn't say that. I'll say, like, was that, like, Roz, who is this? Like, is that you? Should I say, let's try Juan from That Was Epic. Juan is still safe. But, my gosh. Goodness. Good to see you too, Potato. Yo, Ross, thank you so much. Yo, guys, can I get some fires in the chat for Ross? Like, oh my gosh, Ross, you are... I think, Ross, you are insane, dude. You are insane. Thank you so much. I am... What the fudge, bro? I'm trying not to say bad words. I cannot. I'm just... Yo! What the... Yo, chill, bro. Chill. Yo, chill, bro. Yo! What the heck? Yo! Oh my gosh! Yo, let's go! Yeah, bro, let's go! Yeah! Gosh, man. Oh my goodness. Yo, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. What the heck, dude?
God dang. I just came back and I'm getting bodied. Oh. Oh man. Are you serious? You donated $50 so you could just say
Hello, monkeys.
oh man. Literally, all we hear is just, it goes from that to just, let me hear that.
Hello, monkeys.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful, Frieza. Why? Oh, that's more fire. We gotta throw more fire in the chat for Roz. Wow, Roz. What the heck happened? Like, bro, like, oh my goodness, dude. That's crazy. Is it like every time September comes? Because he did this last time in 2022, I think. I'm like, what the heck? Oh my goodness. There's no, you've been plotting this? Roz, that's too much. That is too, well, I really appreciate it. God dang, man. So thank you. No, but like, for real? That is amazing. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. And the thing is, the crazy part is, I was about to promote my comic book. Now I'm about to promote Roz. I just recently got done doing like some art for my comic book. About to say, hey guys, just so you know, come and support my comic book. Cause like, dude, I got like a lot of stuff in here. And then I'm getting like shoryukened by a very, very generous donation. Yeah, nothing is beating this. Nothing is beating this. Roz will remain the king. Meruem Roz is the name. Wow, thank you so much, dude. Wow, really, really appreciate that. Thank you. That has really changed a lot. I did not see that coming. I really did not. Okay. I gotta relax and catch my breath. Rapukin? Yeah, that was a double Rapukin right there. That was insane. That was insane. Thank you. Rapukin! Okay. Alright, so... Okay, so let me answer Roz's question now. Let's go back to the original 10. So we got Nightmare Geese and Shunei versus Fusamasu and Jiren. I actually want to understand, like, you know what? For that much money, I might have to make this into a damn video. Yo, Harvado, where you at, bro? We about to start cooking right now, fam. Yo, we about to start cooking. Okay. We about to start cooking. Oh my goodness, man. Thank you so much, Roz. Are you streaming tomorrow at the same time? Yes, I will still be streaming. But like, wow. Jiren and Fusamasu slam no difficulty. We're actually going to go into that. Because honestly, Nightmare Geese... So Rhea Trap, what you might not know is Nightmare Geese. Let me show y'all something real quick. Hold on. Let's go to the SNK. Let's go to the actual website, alright? Let's go to the website. Let me show you guys something real quick. All right, hold up. So we're on the official website, right? And like, stop acting. Anyway, the game's hype, but relax. Anyway, so like you got KOF 15, right? So on the SNK site, they actually give you a whole breakdown of the infinite multiverse that actually is KOF 15, and that's like. That's not being ranked. This is like actually a thing. So let's go to KOF 15's official site. I'm gonna show y'all something. I think I've showed y'all this before, but like for those of you who still don't know, if you don't know, now you know. All right, so I think it's going to be team stories, and all right, so let's go to not Team Ash, but yeah, let's go to Team Ash. I think it might be Team Ash. Was it Team Ash? I'm trying to remember. Maybe. Yeah, let's try Team Ash. Let's go to Kukuri. Hold on. Yeah, so when we go to girl, if you don't move your behind, nobody care about you. Yeah, so Kukuri's teacher was a hermit living in the back regions of the African desert. She was the sole storyteller of the folklore, and at the time she advised. She was an advisor to people using her metaphysical abilities to communicate to spirits. So if anyone ends up overshooting Dragon Ball because of the term metaphysical, don't forget, KOF is no stranger. I've told people in my videos before, it's not uncommon for Japanese comics and games to utilize metaphysics. Anyway, life as her disciple was hardly luxurious, but it was peaceful. Kukuri never had to fear for his own life or wonder where his next meal. Still, he couldn't stand his master's style instruction. She spoke passionately of the universe of possibilities that branched off at infinite junctions, a crucible of souls traversing the universes to maintain the equilibrium, the mother goddess governing the destruction and creation. Okay. And yes, this still follows. The crucible of souls connected all universes, converging all possibilities in the multiverse. However, these can only be perceived as illusions, and only limited few were capable of meddling with them. Those with such abilities are known as amplified specters. Neither the crucible of souls nor these illusions appeared naturally. Okay? But if there are distortions in space, time, or resonance with amplified specters, such circumstances may entice them to manifest on this plane, implying they don't even live on the same dimension of existence. So there's a lot more that backs this up, but yeah, like I said, man, this stuff gets crazy later on. But anyway, yeah, the whole idea of there being infinities that have different branches of infinities is kind of crazy, but that is a thing that still happens. Now, again, what's important to understand is that this being, the Crucible of Souls, verse, so if we go to verse, SNK, verse is a being who can control all said things. And then there's another one known as reverse. Let me show you. This, and the thing is, I hate Google. So let me show you guys something. So in the actual comic book, not just Nightmare Geese, but Geese Howard himself, like, fought verse. Okay? Now, I can't seem to find it for some reason. But in the actual comic book, what happens is he fights Verse, and while fighting Verse, he low difficultied him and made fun of him, saying, "Your power's not even worth absorbing." So Geese beat up and Verse controls all of them. Now, again, remember, you cannot cross higher dimensional frequencies, according to Xanadu, without interacting with membranes. KOF has run on record through the movies and other files to support they follow membrane theory, similar to membrane theory and higher dimensional theory, and much more. And that's been supported from Samurai Showdown, and it's been shown in the games itself and even in the movies. So the fact is that Geese can deal with that is kind of already crazy. But the thing is, Geese no difficulty, or not no difficulty, but he low to mid difficulty, a hyperversal being who can destroy and toy, manipulate an infinite number of different dimensions through a higher dimensional plane, utilizing membranes and spatial and metaphysical manipulation, including time. Geese beat him. Why? I don't know. He's built like that, man. But so versus Zamasu, Infinite Zamasu and Jiren, this is going to be a good fight. I do not think this would be a wash. I think this would be a good fight. And I'll be more than happy to examine it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Team Sacred Treasures. Yep. Do you think metaphysics or abstract is outer? No. I don't think they are. Oh no, Zamasu and Jiren aren't gonna they ain't gonna get slammed. I can assure they will not get slammed just because Zamasu's immortality. However, Verse is immortal as well, so don't forget. So Geese isn't a stranger to fighting immortal beings. In fact, Roz might need to answer this, but I don't remember. I think Geese might be immortal himself, or has come back before. But I'll go into that detail a little bit later. But the only person who I think shouldn't be in this damn list is Shune. This character. Why is he in this battle? This is where I would say Roz is just being a bully. Because this guy, he is way too strong. He is like literally way too strong. I'm not even joking. Like he's literally that guy. Like, oh man. I'd rather have, like, he's so strong. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, let's see here. Oh my goodness, all of their stuff. So let's see. Sacred Treasures. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember this. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, Orochi falling asleep bends dimensions, just him sleeping, so. But anyway, let's see here. Higher levels of immortality do exist. That is true. Scale Fate extra? I'd have to read. Fate is a huge series. This is going to sound like a dumb question, but can there be levels of immortality that can make one more immortality? Yes, My Academia. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. So guys, it's reached about that time, so I do have to stick to my word. Roz, you will not be forgotten. I really greatly appreciate you so much for coming through and bringing massive support to the stream. Definitely, I'm super grateful. You know, this type of support is almost overwhelming, honestly. And I'm glad, guys, we're almost at 2,400 subscribers. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Same time tomorrow, roughly
Dark Knight. Dark Knight, I plan on starting around 7 o'clock because I might want to still have a little bit of dinner, but I still will try to go to 8:30 to get a little bit more time. If I could start 6:30, I will. And Stride asked what my comic is. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of what the comic is. So Evive, Son of Levi. So for those who are curious, Evive, Son of Levi is currently a webcomic. It will have its official website pulled up. I am going to give one slight spoiler. So there is an official website for Evive, Son of Levi. And then I'll show you guys just a little bit of that. So remember, guys, this website is not completely published, but it will kind of give you an idea of what the site looks like. So I'll give you guys a quick preview. And if anyone wants a preview of the website, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to show you guys. Let's leave a thumbs up in the chat. But essentially, Evive, Son of Levi is a story. It's an action supernatural story of Evive, Son of Levi, a boy who knows nothing of the world and seeks to find his origin as he sets out on a journey with his companions to find the truth and defend against the adversaries of man. Very simple. Evive looks to seek for a treasure. Okay? Very simple. Oh, okay. Reatrap Gaming is interested. I appreciate you for being interested. Any support and all support is appreciated. Now, Chapter 4, 5, and 6 are actually being underway. So as you can see, these chapters, 2021, 2022, 2024, it's not easy to maintenance and keep up with them because, you know, working, content, you know, working takes up the majority of the time. But there will come a point where I will have enough. You know, it's really just money. Once I make enough to have a basic level of living, as everyone else is struggling too, because you know this economy. But once I'm able to get into that position where all I really need is just enough all I need is enough baseline to make a living out of this, and this will be able to do this full time. And the thing is, I started animation at the age of 11, so I would say I don't draw slow. So you would probably be able to see weekly chapters, potentially, or bi-weekly chapters, full colored, within a allotted reason of time. And that's coming from me, somebody who can put it out there. And yeah, I know people saying, oh, that's a little too much, don't you think? I'm like, no, because if it's full time, and that's something I love doing, it's not hard to draw. I don't think people realize, like, let me show you something. Let me see, show you something. Let's see if I can find that picture. Like, let's see. Ron Harvey. I don't know if he still has videos up here. I'll find one. Hold on. Yeah. So as you can see, this gentleman here.
I think portrait drawing is a great way.
This guy is someone I used to look up. I used to study his stuff for like years, and as you can see, all of this is real time. And within real time, even with black and white, he can easily within 6 minutes completely finish this picture. And I'd say, like, honestly, in 6 minutes to do something like this is incredible. If you guys are interested in watching more, this is just a... What kind of YouTube channel is this? But anyway, Lon Harvey is definitely an OG. He's a beast. He has like more videos up there that you could probably find, but they're all over the place. I think another one is like this one. This one's pretty good.
Okay, he's in place.
So he draws this in 6 minutes. So as you can see, I'm just kind of skipping to kind of get you guys straight to the point. So yeah, once I basically, this is who I studied. This is like who I studied mostly. So being able to draw quickly but very efficiently like this is something I've worked on for a long time. And yeah, I mean, honestly, what do you guys think? 6 minutes? This dude's fire. But yeah, I'm gonna be grinding, guys. We gotta grind. We gotta work. All of us gotta work hard. But yeah, you're gonna be seeing a little bit more. I'm not good at drawing Rhea Trap, at least not to where I want to be. Where I consider good at drawing is different. You know? So for example, if I were to take Clip Studio, right? If I were to take something right now, just give you guys a 5-minute example and draw something from my comic. Drawing on paper is a lot different. But like, for example, so as an example, drawing the MC from my comic book, let's say if I was at a Comic-Con and somebody came up and asked me to draw the MC, would I be able to do it? Kinda, somewhat, relatively. So yeah, overall, like, and this is me just trying to get it straight to the point. I could do this without erasing. It will take a little bit more time, but ultimately, you guys get the picture. So drawing is not something that's super complex or difficult to do. It's relatively, once you understand where the line wants to be, it's just a matter of allowing your body to take the time it needs to put it out and actually allow you to visualize it. So, yep, coming close. Nose, one here, nostril there, and nostril here. Yep. As you guys can see, this is just it's not the same as drawing on paper. Drawing on paper is a lot easier still to this day. But yeah, just I would take my time with this if I didn't have to erase. Yeah, but as you guys can see, that would be Evive, the main character. And I think, what's it been, like a couple minutes? Or a couple seconds? I don't know. And within that time frame, I'll be able to generate something like that. So yeah, that's kind of giving you guys like an idea. But anyway, that's life. There you have it. Wow, Roz, thank you again. Oh my God, dude, relax. I gotta end the stream before Roz makes me have a heart attack. All right, I'm about to leave YouTube to see this photo. Go to site. Okay. Thank you for this. Okay, yup. From here on, things are about to get real. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Hold on, let's let everyone else see. Wow, look at that. Now that is cool. What are those hands? Yes, that's Nightmare Geese. This is a very clear image to kind of get the understanding. So I'm definitely going to use this. It's very good. It's incredible. I love it. Makes me wonder. I know, it's so good. Wow. All right, guys. Thank you again, Roz. I really appreciate the $10 donation. Roz donating a total of $160. Roz, you are incredible today. Thank you again. So what I'm going to say, guys, before I depart, for those who did want to actually see the comic book, I know only Rhea Trap Gaming put the thumbs up. But for you, Rhea Trap, I'll let you see a glimpse. But the essential website was to kind of give you guys an idea real quick. So for those of you who did want to quickly see, you will see it looks something like this. It's not completely finished yet. but for those who do want to understand and kind of see a little bit more, we will show more later on. That is a brief sneak peek of what is to come for the Evive Son of Levi website. And, so things of this nature, we're going to have this all bumped up and ready to go. And yeah, we'll look forward to showing you guys more of what we have to offer. You will be able to go to the official website. You will be able to also read the official chapters as well. And you'll be able to see more that we have to offer in the series. You'll get it full and high quality. Plus on this website, nothing will be censored, because on Webtoons, there's certain things that might be censored depending. So just letting you guys know, a heads up. But once we get it pushing, I will release it and let you guys know. Hope you guys are excited for this to come forward. This has been Atari H&B. Thank you everyone else who has stopped by, and I will be signing off. Peace. Thanks again.
Comida solos.